We got some breaking news now.
Yes, this is a treacherous situation unfolding. It's happening in Frederick County, and joining us now by Skype, our own Kurt Brooks.
Yes, hello, this is Kurt Brooks here. I'm located on Route 340, just outside of Frederick. Frederick is that way, and going this way is towards West Virginia. I'm going to step out of the sight of the camera and start showing you what I see. First thing that's been really fascinating is you don't expect to see this. I'm going to swing around quick because it's just happening. This here is let's see if I can get it in frame. There you go. That is a National Guard helicopter. They are searching Frederick County for people to see if anybody is in trouble. And they are going up and down this area here in Frederick County looking on Route 340. And what they're finding is things like this. We're going to zoom into it. We have a tractor trailer that has gone off the road and has probably been there since sometime yesterday. That tractor trailer, along with a bunch of other cars and whatnot, closed this road midday yesterday while I was up in the area covering other news. I'll show you some of the other stuff. There is traffic actually trying to make it on 340. They're making it from west to east, but east to west is still closed. You see another tractor trailer that's laid up over there in the distance. And really, other than some vehicles such as four-wheel loaders and that kind of stuff, the big road graders, nobody's getting through over here. I tried to make my way home into the area last night. I did not make it home. I couldn't get over Braddock Mountain. I had to end up parking in a parking lot of a Super Fresh and take a nap for a few hours before they finally cut a way over the mountain at about 7 this morning that I could make my way. These trucks have been here for 24 hours maybe and are still awaiting some help. Now, one of the only ways you can get through is what this guy's doing over here. Here's a four-wheeler who's making his way on a side road nearby. And I actually just recently talked to and got video of snowmobilers who were out enjoying the view and also actually going to a tractor supply store in order to buy parts for their tractor, which broke in the snow. And here we go. Here's Maryland State Police helicopters now arriving on location to investigate what's going on. There he goes. That's one of the trooper helicopters of Maryland, usually used as a medevac, now being used, as I understand, to search the area. And I believe that's either Trooper 3 out of Frederick or Trooper 7, which is out of Southern Maryland. So that is what I've got here at the moment. I'm still trying to gather what I can, but this is Route 340. This is right in the heart of the really horribly hit area. I know Scott Broom was working the area in Adamstown, which is due south of here, which is, if you were looking out of my lens, it would be to the right, looking down to the south. And Route 15 heads north, which will go left out of the lens, going up to the north. This whole area was hit really hard. And so right now I'm just going to try and gather a little more and watch what happens. This is Kurt Brooks.
Kurt, we were hearing that 40 of the stranded motorists had been reached, and this was in that Buckystown Pike. But then it's just so difficult to get the tow trucks to this area, as you're showing. They may be the most accessible are the snowmobilers.
Yeah, they had magnificent success. I talked to a gentleman and his son who came in from Myersville, which is up north side of the county. And they came all the way down the valley between Myersville and Jefferson, and then cut across on Route 340. So to see snowmobiles running down the middle of a divided highway is certainly an odd sight. He told me the last time he was able to do anything like this was in 1996, when he and his friends took their snowmobiles out and they went through the heart of Frederick City at night on a Friday night during the middle of the blizzard then.
Kurt, give us some idea of what the weather's like right now. The pictures show, a very clear situation. But Scott Broom was telling us, and I think we've heard from some of the Maryland State Police officials, that snow drifts actually, caused this situation. People would be trapped overnight. What's the situation right now with the wind?
It is still very windy, and if you pardon me a moment, my hat flew off while we were while we were talking, and my IFB flew out of my ear. So allow me to put my IFB back in and secure it, and I can show you what the wind is doing. I apologize for having to take that moment there. The drifts, well, here you go. That's a drift. There's very good. There's well, how big the drifts are in comparison to the vehicles. And they're, in general, when I came down Route 180, which is the old road which parallels 340, earlier this morning, the drifts were sometimes up to about 12 feet, I'd say. Okay. They used a front end loader to try and cut through them. The wind is continuing, but not nearly as bad, but it is still drifting. Here I can kind of show a drift that's still continuing down near this poor trucker. And yeah, so it's still blowing, not as bad, but it's still blowing.
Are you able to listen to police traffic up there, or CB radio or whatever? Interstate 70 westbound have been shut down completely earlier today. What do you hear about that?
I haven't heard an update. I think actually I did hear that they were going ahead and opening up at least one direction of Route 70 at some point, but that was a while ago, and I'm not quite sure which direction that was.
Okay, Kurt, great job.
Very good.
Thank you, sir. We'll get back to you.
You know, I was watching some of the snow totals up there. They're guessing 16 inches. Really tough to measure this stuff. And when he said that 12-foot drift, we heard about that down in the Buckystown area, Route 85. I've done some time there, and I know the roads. There are a lot of farms there, very open land. And you know, if you're on 70 going to Hagerstown, you get down and it's very open. Well, it's like that down in Buckystown, going down to Tuscarora, going down 28 and 85 down there. And those trucks, the Carroll Manor Fire Department, I believe it was one of their trucks there in Adamstown. Online, one of the guys from the fire department was with us saying that Adamstown is still inaccessible. That is about an hour ago. He was telling me that. So you see what's happening to 340. Route 85 is like that. I believe Route 15 up north of Frederick as well, probably closer to the Pennsylvania border, also had these tremendous drifts and these people who got stranded.
And we also know, you know, the county officials issued a state of emergency. They were, you know, begging people to stay off the roads. We're talking truckers here. These guys don't get paid if they don't get to their destinations. And we don't know where they were when these states of emergency were declared. They might have been midway, you know, not able to pull over.
Yeah, and we saw that one guy getting in and out of his truck, and there's nothing he could do except wait for help. And then, you know, we don't know if it's coming in 2 hours or 12 hours for that poor guy.
You mentioned the fact that a lot of people out there who don't get paid if they don't go to work.
That's right. So. Exactly.
All right, let's talk about it. We still have some gusty winds. You saw the blowing snow there. Winds are still gusting in the 30, 35 mile an hour range. And
that's the situation here on New Design Road south of Frederick. My colleague Kurt Brooks is standing by elsewhere in Frederick County with more.
We're here at right now the cross street is kind of missing my mind at the moment, and right now I'm getting feedback on my IFB. Here we have a snowplow working the wrong way on Route 340, which is the first snowplow I've seen on that side come by since we've been here. And we still have stuck traffic down here on Route 340. This tractor trailer's been stuck here maybe as long as a day. I've seen him rocking it back and forth. He's trying to get it out, but hasn't had any success so far. Recently, we had helicopters from Maryland State Police and from the National Guard going overhead, investigating, seeing who may be still stuck, who they need to possibly rescue. Actually, at this time, a lot of the locals are out digging themselves out, and in the process, they're digging out anybody else they find. Recently, yeah, that tractor trailer's still down there, so he hasn't been able to move. That's almost all the way back towards Frederick on Route 340. These vehicles here are facing westbound as if going to Harper's Ferry. And really right now there's not too much else going on. I'm trying to monitor a possible building collapse situation in Frederick, and I'll update you with that as I find out more. Kurt Brooks.
Kurt, let's go to Greg Shipley with Maryland State Police right now.